Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing on the November 15th Al-Anon readings, Encouraged to Change, and a little time for myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Take a minute to look it over. The question of the day is, how comfortable am I with revealing my Al-Anon membership to those in my life today? And the reading is about Tradition 11. Tradition 11 is our public relations policies based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the levels of press, radio, films, and TV. We need guard with special care the anonymity of all AA members. The passage specifically talks about learning how to handle seeing people outside of meetings and wondering how to, like, do you say hi? Do you ignore them? And this person who wrote this passage just decided to ask individual people, and if they were with someone else and saw someone from an Al-Anon meeting and said hi, and then someone they were with said, "How do you know that person?" they would just say that they're a friend of the family. And anonymity is an issue of safety. It can be, depending on the specific situation. That's why Al-Anon is so focused on keeping the anonymity of others. I can never make that decision for somebody else because they could be in a very dangerous situation. So I leave it up to individual people whether they want to be anonymous or not. For me, specifically, how comfortable am I with revealing my Al-Anon membership to those in my life today? I'm in a place where I'm safe. I'm safe. It's not an issue for me that someone may find out. And, well, of course, there are no guarantees, but the situation that I was in at the beginning was not the type of situation that would make it dangerous for me to reveal that I was in Al-Anon. For me personally, I tell people that I'm in Al-Anon because I consider it step 12 work, passing the message along. But again, I never make that determination for anybody else. If I see anyone outside of a meeting, I might do a little smile or a whatever, but mostly I wait for them to act first and I just let it be because I don't ever want to put anyone in danger, and I may not know their specific situation. And as far as me making these videos, There are some people I know who watch these videos, but I think there aren't that many that know me. And I try to keep, even though my face is on the internet, hopefully, other than the people who know me in, like, outside of YouTube, I work very hard to remain anonymous other than my face. I don't give out any personal information. And that's really not to protect me from Al-Anon. That's really to protect me from uh, the internet. That's just for me. That's just common sense measures that work for me. I'm not saying anybody else. I'm just saying for me personally, that's how I feel safest. So, how about you? How comfortable are you with revealing your Al-Anon membership to those in your life today? Moving along. I'll take a moment to read it. Oh, it's got a little tab on this page. Oh yeah, I love this reading. I love this page so much. This page mentions the slogan, "How important is it?" But really, for me, this page is keeping the focus on myself and understanding that people have their own stuff. People, so in this passage, not taking things personally, realizing that the way people act is a reflection of them, not me. And if I think that someone snapped at me because I'm a bad person, I am very likely missing the point that it has nothing to do with me and it has everything to do with the fact that that person is feeling grumpy. Maybe they just found out bad news. Maybe they're not feeling well. Maybe they didn't sleep well last night. It could be many different reasons why. But not everything has to do with me. And they call it a form of conceit, thinking that, oh my God, what did I do? I must have caused that person to do that. No, probably not. Most likely not. It's a form of vanity too. It's a defect of character. I love it because I used to really think that basically everything that everyone said was true. And if someone snapped at me, it must be my fault. I did something wrong. Maybe, but probably not. uh, there was something in here that was it. Today's reminder says having a firm sense of ourselves, being stable in who we are, being an acceptance of ourselves, keeps us from being controlled by other people's what we think they're thinking or what they say to us. Yeah. The quote is from Living with Sobriety. It reflects on them. What people do and say reflects on them. What I do and say reflects on me. That was just, I've been, I've had this understanding for a few years, and it's been so helpful to me. And I've said it to so many other people who get upset because other people do things. They take it personally, and I always point out to them, it most likely has nothing to do with you. I've experienced this time and time again in my life, and it's so freeing to realize, and it's it's a very somber thought that, you know, people are dealing with stuff within themselves, and sometimes it goes outward. And when it goes outward, feelings can get hurt, but feelings don't need to get hurt if I understand that it's them, not me. And it's not even a blame thing. It's just like, I hope you feel better. I probably wouldn't say that to them. I would just, kind of just move along. And of course, I'm not thinking of people who are struggling with alcoholism or substance abuse. But but truthfully, what I'm thinking is that it applies even more to people who are struggling with alcoholism or other forms of substance abuse, because when my son was struggling, and actually my mom was did not have substance abuse problems growing up, but she had other issues. And she would say things to me and my brother, and it took a long time for me to realize that it was, stuff going on with her. And that gave me more compassion. And when my son, Al-Anon helped me realize that. When my son would say horrible things to me when he was struggling, Al-Anon helped me, excuse me, my nose is itchy, to realize that just please God, take care of him, because like he's really struggling to talk to me that way, to treat me that way. He's really, really struggling. So I think this is just a life-changing page, life-changing for me. And I just reading it, it's like soup for the soul. Just the realization. Like, I don't want people to suffer, but it gives me like a really solid explanation for why people act the ways they do sometimes. And even I, like, if I don't sleep, I'm crabby, just the way it is. If I don't feel well, I'm anxious, I'm grumpy. It has nothing to do with who I'm talking to, it's just me. So, anyway, I've gone on long enough. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer in 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.